Hey everybody, I want to make a quick video and talk about the necessity or the reason or if a business needs a website. You know, I talk to a lot of businesses every day on the internet, and I always get about the same responses. It's kind of really strange how everybody kind of really, no matter how many people you talk to, they all seem to say about the same thing, which is really funny. You get common responses. And a lot of people, if you talk to them about a website, or if they have a website, a lot of people will say something about, well, we don't want to advertise anymore, or we don't need to advertise, or our website is fine. Well, I always find that kind of an interesting response, because I don't really look at websites as advertising. Advertising is not having a website. In this day, when everybody, literally everybody, even down to 12-year-old, 10-year-old kids has a smartphone, I think a website really would be kind of considered an extension of your business. So if you don't have a website, you're kind of like, it's like your, it's like your business. It's like your front. It's like part of your retail space, or part of your physical location is a website. And not to have one is making it like you're not really in business, or you're kind of in business in kind of a strange way, because the accessibility to people finding you is usually, or most of the time, is going to have some sort of an internet component to it. And I'll give you an example. I talked to a guy today, and he's a pretty prominent attorney. He's out of Pittsburgh, and I've talked to this guy for a long time. He's a really good guy, and he says, I asked him one time, he said he was going to do some billboards in the city of Pittsburgh, and I asked him if he did the billboards, and he said, yeah, I did them. And I said, how'd that work out for you? And he said, well, I didn't really get much response. He said what he found out was people noticed the billboard, or maybe a judge or someone, an attorney that knew who he was, would recognize his billboard and say, hey, I saw your billboard, and that's pretty cool. But he said he never really got any clients from it, because he said what he found is if people saw the billboard, they just look him up online anyway, maybe to get further information. A website is information, and we live in an information age. And everybody's looking for information. So if they hear about you in another source, maybe a magazine, hear about you on a TV, or a quick, advertisement on a TV or radio channel, they're probably going to follow that up with looking you up online. So the idea that a website is advertising is really kind of a dated way of looking at it. It's not advertising. It's really extension of your business. The other thing people will tell me quite often is that they already got plenty of business. Oh, we don't need any more business. We don't need to do a better website because we already got plenty of business. Well, that's one of the craziest things I ever hear is we don't have any business, or we have too much business. If you got so much business, then refer it to somebody else. Make a relationship with somebody else, refer the business to somebody else. Or if you got so much business, hire some more employees, or hire some more. So that's kind of a silly notion. So anyway, kind of like what I would like to talk about, we have talked about in this video, is just the reasons of needing a website. You need a website, and don't think of Facebook as a website. I don't ever see Facebook ranking very high in the search engines for keywords like personal injury attorney Chicago, or personal injury attorney Philadelphia. It just doesn't happen. You don't get Facebook to the top. It's not designed to be a highly ranked, optimized page. It's a Facebook. It's a social media. It's friends and family. It's not business. So that doesn't generally work very well. And it's startling to me. We're really kind of in the infancies of the internet anyway. And it's startling to me that a lot of businesses don't even have a website. Half the businesses in America don't even have a website. Unbelievable. And it's really kind of a really crazy notion. And the other half have crappy websites that are cookie cutter templated websites that nobody's ever going to find, or have absolutely zero traffic. So do you need a website? Absolutely. Should you build one? Absolutely. Should you build a good one? Yes. Should you put some time into it? Absolutely. If you're thinking about staying in business and you want to get business, you want to have people come to you, you want to be viable, you need to do that. So I appreciate you listening. That's all, plainly stated, and that's really what it is. Thank you very much.